So, hello. Hello, guys. Good afternoon, JDVP's beneficiaries of ABIS. So, we are on our 34th day of training. So, before we start, let's all welcome muna si Sir Johansel Gubot. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, Mame. Good afternoon, guys. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, very good. So, I guess we can start our our session for today. Will cover will cover base your resumes. Those that have sent me their resumes, we can go through looking at them later, as well as our interview simulations. Okay. So before we dive into the resume and the or checking out your resumes and also your interview simulations to prepare you, okay, we'll do a quick recap of what we've learned yesterday and also a few more things na I will be adding. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, libre lang magtanong, walang bayad yon. Okay? Make the most out of this session para ma-prepare kayo if you're going to be applying after or if you're going to be applying immediately after you guys graduate your senior high school. Okay? So to start things off, let's go ahead and discuss. So yesterday, we learned about resume making, okay? How to, or we were introduced to the BPO, resume making 101, and also some of the most common interview questions na you would come across when you interview in a call center. Okay? Dun sa mga resumes na sinubmit or dun sa mga nag-submit na resumes, there are a few that I've chosen a few that we will be looking into and we'll be providing feedback on what's written there and how to improve the content basically. Okay, so to start things off, let's first go into the additional things that I would like you guys to learn. Okay. Okay. Ayan. Okay. So can you guys see my see the screen right now?
Yes, sir. Okay na po.
Ayan. Okay, good, good. So as we have discussed yesterday about the BPO, okay? BPO stands for Business Process Outsourcing. So alam niyo na kung ano yung BPO naman, 'di ba? So BPOs basically, when you apply to a BPO, you can either there are different types kasi ng pwede nyong pag-applyan since you're in a technical course or you'll be graduating soon from a technical driven course. So BPOs, when you apply in a BPO, there are multiple accounts or lines of businesses in a BPO na pwede nyong pag-applyan. Okay? So a good example of these accounts or lines of businesses are, as I mentioned before, I worked with Sony. So Sony is a line of business, a BPO. Okay? You also have your, ano pa ba? Also have Intel. You have QuickBooks, Intuit. Okay, those are the most common na mga accounts na pwede nyong applyan. So BPOs also process uh, companies like Telstra sa Australia, okay, Optus, yan. So yun yung mga usual accounts na makikita nyo sa BPO, right? Uh-huh. Mm. Okay, there we go. So next is in-house accounts. Okay, so itong mga in-house accounts, okay, these are basically direct links to the company. Okay, since yung mga foreign companies na nag-offer ng services cannot legally build their businesses here in the Philippines, they create what we call in-house contact centers dito sa atin sa Philippines. Okay? I belong to such a company which is TPG. Okay, so we are an or our company's name in the Philippines is Orchid Cybertech Services Incorporated. Okay, so ayun, we are directly reporting to TPG Australia. So Orchid Cybertech Services Incorporated is a or TPG's representative in the Philippines. Okay, so everything related to TPG from Australia sa Orchid Cybertech siya nag-go through. Okay, so you also have Amazon, Amex, and the good thing about in-house accounts or in-house companies is that you only support one type of business or account. Okay, so TPG, we support telecommunications, internet connections, and such. So Amazon, it's an equivalent to Shopee or Lazada here in the Philippines. Amex is a credit card company in the US. Okay? So you can also apply as a technical support specialist in freelance or as a freelancer in Upwork. Okay? So sa Upwork, eto you get hired directly by a client. Okay? So ang ating okay. Yan. So ang ating the difference between Upwork, okay, is that hired ka nga directly ng client nyo. So walang BPO, walang middleman kumbaga. So usually ang Upwork, you get paid in dollars. Depende sa proficiency nyo sa job or sa tasks na i-assign sa inyo. Most common type of work that you can find in Upwork, technical, there are writing, madami. Okay? So for those that have a knack for writing, travel writing, those kinds of things, it may be best for you guys to look into Upwork. Good thing about Upwork is freelance nga siya. And the advantage is sometimes you get hired by a company that gives you free reign over your time. So as long as makomplete mo yung task mo on a given day or a given time, then wala silang pake. As long as you produce output, as long as you produce the given task or you finish the given task at your own time, they don't care. Okay, they only care about the results. So far, any questions, guys, about these three types of companies or three types of companies that you can apply for as a technical support specialist? Guys, all good?
None naman po, sir.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so as I said, don't hesitate to ask kung meron kayong gustong malaman about these things. Okay, so this is your time to learn more about them. Okay. Okay. So there are two types of customer contacts na gagawin nyo if you get hired in a BPO or a call center. Okay. So these are inbound, okay, and outbound contacts. Okay. So when you say inbound, this means na yung customers ang tumatawag sa atin for help. Okay. So this is the common way or this is the most common type of support a BPO company offers, inbound support. Okay? So kayo nakaupo lang, magre-receive lang ng calls all throughout your shift. Okay? Well, apart from your break time and your lunch times. Okay? So outbound contacts, basically kayo yung tatawag sa customer. You would normally see this in a scenario like you call this, nag-offer kayo ng products to the customers. So let's say you're hired as a sales agent or a sales agent for an electric company. So natawagan yung customer kung gusto nila mag-avail ng upgrade sa current energy plan nila. Okay? Or pwede rin sa company namin. For example, if you're going to do or if you're going to do outbound sa TPG, it's most of the time to check the customer's services kung working ba, and also to upsell. Okay? When you say upsell, basically you're trying to sell them a much more better product than what they're already using. Okay? So, kumbaga, you're enticing them. Inaaya nyo silang mag-upgrade ng current plan nila sa inyo. Okay? So, sa Philippines, normally may mga, pag naka-postpaid plans ka sa Globe, sa Smart, sa Sun, or sa kahit anong telco companies dito sa atin, you sometimes get outbound calls from their agents asking or inquiring if you would like to upgrade, or if you'll be or if you're interested in upgrading the phone that you have in your plan. So yon. So types of customer communications that you will learn or that you will be doing while you're working for a BPO will be voice and non-voice. Okay. So for voice, you'll be focusing more on taking in calls and making outbound calls. Okay. So this requires very good verbal communication skills. So you need to be able to communicate with the customers on a level na nagkakaintindihan kayo. Okay? So sa non-voice naman, this kind of support or customer communication focuses on emails and chat support. So written format naman. And usually if you're going to be put in an account with these kinds of support, usually minimum requirement nila with typing is at least 40 words per minute. Okay? So, any questions about the types of customer contacts or the types of customer communication that we have? Guys, anything?
None, sir.
Okay. So, sure kayo ha? Pag nagtanong ako sa inyo about this, sige, ma-on the spot kayo. Okay? Joke lang yun. So, try to get as much information during these sessions, guys. Try to ask. Okay? call center kasi bawal ang sa call center sa BPO, okay? Bawal yung ano doon, bawal yung hindi marunong magtanong. Kasi mamaya may ginagawa kang bagay na mali na pala, pero yun yung ginagawa mo continuously. Pag na-call out ka, pwede kang magkaroon ng disciplinary action or sanctions. Okay? So you try to avoid it as much as possible. Ang first thing na ina-advise sa mga fresh call center sa mga newbies as we call them sa call center is hindi masamang magtanong. Okay? Mas nakakasama pag you're trying to do something on your own na wala naman pala doon sa itinuro sa inyo. Okay? All right, so let's move on to the next. Okay. So, saan kayo pwedeng mag-apply as a technical support specialist? So, there are a lot of want ads sa Facebook. Okay? So, habang nagfe-Facebook kayo, pwede kayong mag-check ng mga work ads doon. So, mainly technical support, mainly customer services agents ang hinahanap nila. Okay? So sa Facebook, most of the time you'll encounter companies that are looking for fresh grads. Okay, there's an abundance of companies posting in Facebook that they're looking for fresh grads to fill positions on their company. Okay, so Indeed, LinkedIn, JobStreet, these are similar types of web companies. So the focus is or basically you create an account, you log in, and you can choose from the available jobs that they have listed on their websites. Okay, so another way to apply to a call center is by directly contacting the company via phone or email or answering their ads. Normally, makakakita kayo ng mga Facebook ad about this company hiring technical support agents, customer service agents, or sales agents. Okay? All right. Any questions, guys? None?
None po.
Okay, good. All right. So we'll proceed with our main activity today. Okay. So review natin yung mga resume natin na sinubmit. Okay. So those na nag-submit ng resumes nila, I've selected a few that we can look at and we can put in things or we can help each other to put in the necessary addition. Okay. All right. So here's a good example that you guys can make. Very simple, very easy to imitate or emulate. Okay. So full name, address, contact number, email address. Okay. Normally kasi ang mga companies would want a resume to be as simple, concise as possible nowadays. Okay. So what they would be looking at is as much as possible, if you can, just if you can limit the resume uh, to a single page, that would be much more desirable to a company kasi hindi sila hindi nila kailangan mag-go through your whole resume to know who you are. Okay? So technical skills, So a good example of what you can put on your technical skills section is hardware and software installation for both desktop and laptops. Okay. So, and also if you're well versed with networking component installation and troubleshooting, yeah, you can put it there. So, functionality of an operating system or test functionality of an operating system, you can also put that in your technical skills section. Okay? So, anything na related sa troubleshooting sa hardware, software, you put that on your technical skills. Okay, if you're good at writing as well, if you're proficient with the writing, or if you have experience with writing troubleshooting documentation, you can put that there as well. Okay, so personal skills. Okay, these are your own skills. Okay, communication. You basic This is one of this is where you put in your personal capabilities. Okay, so good example here. So ay ayan, wala, sorry. Yan. Okay, so back. Good in oral and written communication. Yan, so that's always a good thing to put in. Say most call centers really look into that kind of that entry in your resume most of the time. Okay, so can work independently or with a team, so that's also a plus. That means that you can be trusted to do your tasks either alone or with your team if you're hired. Okay, so effective in multitasking. So multitasking, if that means that you can do multiple tasks at the same time, and that basically gives the company an impression that you value your time and their time because you are able to do multiple things at once. Okay, so proficiency with using Microsoft Office and the internet. Okay, these are personal skills as well that you can put in on your resume. Okay, so it lets them know that you are well versed in these basic things. Okay, so as always, your education needs to be put in there. Okay, so senior high, secondary level, primary level. Okay, so primary, tertiary. Okay, those are what you would normally see in education. So you put your school there, when you graduated, and that should normally be it. Okay. So trainings and certifications. Okay. So it would be best to put in your trainings and certifications sa resume nyo para alam ng company nyo na pinag-a-applyan what you're bringing to the table. Okay. So in this one, okay, ba yan? Okay. Okay. So in this one, you can see that we have trainings and certifications na meron kayo. If you pass your CSS and C2, you can put it there. So if you have trainings for installing and configuring computer systems, you put in the date when you accomplish that. Setting up computer networks, same. So pretty much you put in the dates when you underwent these trainings and certifications, so that aware yung mga companies na pinag-a-applyan nyo about your proficiency and your qualifications. Okay? So nowadays, a lot of companies are waking up to the reality na not everyone that has a diploma ng 4-year courses or gaano man katagal yung courses na hinandle nila will always be the best person for the job. Okay? So look at me for example. Nung before ako mag-start, or actually I started working while I was an undergraduate. Okay. So I worked at eTelecare Global Solutions. Okay. So eTelecare was one of the biggest companies in the Philippines, or biggest call centers in the Philippines during that time. So that was around 2007 and 2009. Okay. So ayan, I decided to apply. And okay, ang main selling point ko nung nag-apply ako sa ETEL, kasi nga undergrad ako. So going in, alam ko na medyo tagilid ako. Pero the good thing about eTelecare was they did not look at my educational background as a handicap, but they looked at my trainings and certifications. Okay? During that time, nag-o-offer ang Mandaluyong City Government ng free call center training sa RTU. So, believe most of you are familiar with RTU naman. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. So, I would recommend guys, if you are, or apart from this training na ina-undergo nyo, if you can, try to check if RTU is still offering that free call center training course. Kasi paid for by ng city government din yun. So that's another feather to add to your cap. If they're still offering that, it's a good thing. Na apart from this training na you're undergoing na, meron pa kayong one na city government certified kumbaga, or na provided ng city government. Okay? So during that time, I finished my call center training course as the head of the class. Okay, so there were two classes, or two classes um, that were made that year. Okay, so we were two classes working side by side. And after, as I said, I finished the training as the head of my class, and I had a privilege to address the Mandaluyong City Mayor, which is during that time si Mayor Benhar Abalos. Okay. So just the fact na nakapagsalita ako sa harap niya means a big thing na. Okay? So, guys, if you are offered trainings or certification trainings, please, 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 make sure to grab them. Huwag kayong magdalawang isip, okay, na i-grab yung mga ganong opportunities, lalo na if they are being given to you free. Okay? So, if you are given a certification training, or if you're given an opportunity to attend the seminar, by any means, please attend them. Okay? As I said, if you're an undergraduate, or if you haven't gotten through college yet, okay, that will be one of your saving graces when you apply. Okay? That will make a company considering to you're applying for, consider hiring you. Okay? So, okay, next is any questions about the trainings and certifications, guys? Kasi this is that's the most important or one of the most important things na pwede nyong ilagay sa resume nyo. As I said nga pala earlier, madaming companies ang nagte-turn around na in with the notion na if hindi ka graduate, you're not suited for the job. Maraming companies na ang nagwe-wake up na it doesn't take a degree, a 4-year course in school to be able to do the job. Okay? A lot of undergraduates, a lot of qualified associate graduates or vocational graduates can do the job that or can do the same job that a 4-year degree holder can do. Okay, so it's fair game. but you need to equip yourself. You need to train yourself to have the edge. Okay? Kasi what you're bringing to the table is what matters pag nag-apply kayo sa call center. Okay? All right. So, any questions about the trainings and certifications, guys?
None po, sir.
None? Sure na? Okay. So, moving on. Okay. So, etong sample template na nasa harapan nyo, guys, this is a suggested resume format for you guys when you want to apply, since you'll be freshly graduating your senior high. Okay. So pre-professional experience, you can put in there your OJTs if you did OJT for companies na, or kung nakapag OJT na kayo, pwede nyong ilagay yung yung OJT experience nyo there. Okay? So character references, so familiar naman kayo dyan. So this is where you put in the person that will vouch for you when you apply on a company. So also make sure na nakalagay dyan yung contact information nila, or simply you can put in to be furnished upon request if kailangan ng call center na or nung pag-a-applyan nyo na malaman kung sino-sino ang magva-vouch sa inyo. Okay? So, kung makikita nyo, kung mapapansin nyo guys, wala akong nakalagay na forgot the term. Wala akong nakalagay dito na objective sa resume sample na to, 'di ba? Okay. The reason for that is because instead of including your objectives and some of your more personal information in the resume, you can actually put them on what we call a cover letter. Okay. So here's an example of a cover letter I made when I was applying for a certain position dun sa company namin, sa TPG. Okay? There we go. Okay? So here's the example. Okay? So if you guys are applying for a company or to a new company, okay? So what you would put in here would be something similar, pero put in more of your details. Okay? So I'm writing to introduce my application to your company's internal, or to your company's advertisement about hiring technical support agents. Okay? So I am a fresh graduate, 17, 18, 20, 19, 20 years of age, that have no experience yet working in a call center or a BPO. But what I bring to the table are, okay, put in your skill set, your trainings, anything related to what you have done. Okay? So in this cover letter, nakita nyo yung nilagay ko or nilatag ko lahat ng qualifications ko and why I'm the perfect candidate for them to hire for the position. Okay? So kayo din, mas maganda na instead of putting in a lot of things in your resume, okay? Kasi the interviewer will mainly look at the main page of your resume first, okay? So if the first thing that they see is not what they wanted to see, mas mahirap, okay? So they only will refer to your resume to look at or to personally look at your achievements, but a cover letter will make sure that you are able to introduce those achievements, those accolades of yours in full detail sa company na pinag-a-applyan nyo. Okay? So, by the way guys, nag-OJT na ba kayo? Have you guys undergone OJT yet? Guys? Guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so nakapag-OJT na ba kayo? Or have you guys undergone your OJT? Na-complete nyo na ba yung OJT nyo? Okay. Alright. So I would assume na you guys have undergone OJT na. So, which is good. Okay. So, ayan. Cover letter allows you to express to the interviewer yung desire nyo, yung interest nyo in full detail. As I said, if you look through this cover letter na ginawa ko before, ayan, nandyan lahat ng qualifications na meron ka. Ilalatag, ito yung kumbaga ilalatag mo na sa kanila. So I find that this approach may give them more insight or give the interviewer or the company more insight to what you're bringing to the table rather than them just blindly asking kung nag-training ka pala ng ganito, ng ganyan. Sabihin mo nga sa amin kung ano yung ginagawa nyo dun sa training na yun or ano yung natutunan mo dun sa training na yun. Okay? So it lessens the things that you need to explain, which gives them more time to talk to you about your personal circumstances, or gives them more time for you to or to discuss yung more personal questions na you would call is the most important part of the interview. Okay? All right. So any questions about a or the cover letter? Guys? No questions?
Wala po, sir.
Okay, good, good.
Ma'am,
All right. Okay, good, good. So let's move on to the next. Okay. So these are a few things that would be good to practice for you guys in making a resume. Okay. So resume reminder. Okay. So as much as possible, if you can limit it to 1 page, it would be better. Okay. Include the cover letter if you can. Okay. So make sure that you save it in PDF format. Okay. Para hindi siya basta-basta ma-edit if ma-edit by mistake. Okay? Because minsan when we're rushing or when we're hurrying to get something done or printed out, kalimutan natin kasi pag nasa Word lang yan, pwedeng ma-edit edit by mistake, and one wrong word can change the whole outcome of your interview if that were to happen. Right? So it would be best if your resume will be, or the file name for your resume would be like this. Okay? So last name and then your initial or your first name initial. Okay? So in this example, Gubot J or Gubot D. Okay? So you can put in your last name and then just your first name's letter. Okay? So make sure that what you're putting in on your resume is concise, meaning simple pero malaman, and true to the best of your knowledge. Okay? So it is for one of the most important thing that you need to be sure of when you're submitting your resume to your potential company is, or to your potential employer, is that you are honest with your resume. Don't put in something na hindi naman totoo. Kasi if you're caught in a lie, mas mahirap. Okay? You might be given disciplinary action. Okay? If natanggap ka man, tas nalaman nila in the future, or they may ban you from applying from the company for the foreseeable future. Okay? So as much as possible, guys, I would advise that what you put in is honest and true. Okay? All right. So let's move on to the activity that I gave you guys yesterday, yung assignment nyo. So I've received a number of resumes over kahapon, and these are the ones that I would like us guys to look into. Okay, so these ones were written in Word. Okay, so as I mentioned, if you can, meron namang option, I believe, sa Microsoft Word to save the documents as a PDF. So for your safety and security as well, it would be better to change these to PDFs. Okay, so this is Alex's resume. Okay, objective, strong objective to obtain a programmer position where I will be able to contribute and enhance my skill and knowledge to your company as a programmer. So good. That's actually good. Okay. So educational background. Okay. It would be better if you put the educational background after your skills and your honors, awards, or certification section. So much more closer yung educational background sa ano mo, sa personal information na section ng ano or sa references. But okay, overall these are actually good. So honors and awards that you received. Okay, so third place poster making contest. This allows the company to know that you have artistic flair. Okay, you're good in math as well. So perfect. That's also a good way. So if the company that you're applying for requires you guys to be good with numbers as well as programming, then that's a good thing. Okay, they know that they can rely on you to do your math, your tasks, including math, very well. Okay, so skills. Okay, so generalized na yung generalized, which is good. So nandito na lahat ng skills mo. So personal and technical skills are included. So much more simple. That's good. Concise. Ito yung tinatawag natin concise na. So computer skills include MS Office. So ayan. So MS Office, okay. Good, good. So MS Excel, so that's part of the Office suite na. So you can omit that. So computer assembly and disassembly, that's good. Computer skills, typing. So you can put in there excellent typing skills para mas magandang tignan. Okay? So anything else other than that, let's say familiar with or knowledgeable with other with internet. Yan, yung mga basic na ganyan. Add nyo sa you can add that to your skills. Okay? All right. So references, so basic na naman yan. So you can put in the references of your chosen people. Okay? So your professors, your bosses sa OJTs nyo, or if you know someone that works professionally na sa industry, that would also be a good thing to put in there. Okay? So if you know someone from the company that can vouch for you, that would be very good as well. Okay? So, yun nga, maganda yung meron kang, kumbagang magre-refer din sa'yo sa company that strengthens your chances of getting accepted. Okay? All right. So, good job, Alexis. Only a few things that you need to work upon. Pero overall, the simple and it gets your point across. Okay. So if you can add a few more to your accomplishments or to your awards, that would make it a much more desirable resume. Okay. All right. So next we have LS resume. Okay. So here. Okay, good. So objectives, strong, solid objectives, secure responsible career opportunity to fully utilize my training and skills while making a significant contribution to the success of the company. Seeking for a career to apply my skills and knowledge into oriented environment that gives equal career opportunities. Okay. So qualifications can put these you can put these qualifications better siya if you would put them in your skills section. Okay, so leadership skills, companionship skills, okay, hardworking, reliable, or reliability. Okay, what would be oh yan, there, good thing, ability to work independently or as a part of a team. Okay, so focus driven. Oh yan, magandang sa ready for any commitment, focus driven. So assembly, disassembly, technical. Ayan, good. Pretty much if you can just put in here proficient in Microsoft Office applications or the Microsoft Office suite para hindi na nila or hindi na magkahiwalay itong Microsoft Office, Word, and PowerPoint. Okay. So as I mentioned, only thing I would change in LS resume would be joining the qualifications and skills together since these work hand in hand, putting them after the objectives, and then certificates and achievements. These are good. They should be where it should be. Some personal background, I would put this close to where the educational background is. Character reference is also good. Ayan, and pretty much that's it. This is a solid resume, Ella. Just a bit of fine tuning. Okay. All right. So next resume we have is Frank's resume. Okay. Let's see. Frank's objective to have a job that would enable me to use my knowledge and skills as well as contribute to the organization's goals, and which would provide excellent service and opportunities for career advancement and personal growth. Okay. So medyo broad yung medyo malawak yung objective ni Frank. So this kind of objective opens you up to more positions. Okay? So the way you present yourself in this objective will open you up to more positions in the company that you're applying for, not just technical. Okay? So educational background. So move lang yan farther down the list. Okay? So much more closer to your personal information. So abilities and skills, much more better kung after siya ng objective, and if you can put in more if you have more achievements or achievements that you can put in here, your trainings and qualifications, yung actually yung mga trainings na inattendan nyo during this whole session, okay, this whole course that you're undergoing, you can put that in your you can put that in on your trainings and seminars attended section. Okay. So trainings and seminars attended, that would really pad your resume more. Okay. So just a few things missing, Frank, but good job on the good job on this. Okay. Fine tuning lang and you'll be good to go. Just a few things to add. Just add those that I mentioned. So trainings and seminars attended, and you'd be pretty much good to go. Okay. All right. So any questions, guys, so far? Guys,
None po.
none so far. Okay, good. All right. So next we have Aldwin's resume. Okay. So objective to be a part of a company and to enhance my skills, to enhance my knowledge, also to be able to help the company with the skills that I have obtained. So good. So very simple lang pero malaman na interested ka sa growth and career opportunities na pina-present ni company. Okay? So skills, I would put that after your objectives and your achievements, trainings and seminars if you have. Just put them before after your objective section as well. So education, just move that to farther down, close to where your personal circumstances are, and we'd be pretty much good to go. Okay. So skills, okay, good. Ito, mas, yan, mas okay yung ganito para hindi nyo na-enumerate yung Microsoft Office applications na alam nyong gamitin. So, computer skills or proficient, mas maganda paglagay nyo proficient in using the Microsoft Office suite. Okay? Tapos, yan, basta lalagay nyo proficient, mas magandang pakinggan or mas magandang basahin na proficient kayo in doing these things. Hindi lang yung alam nyo. Okay? So, proficient in computer assembly and disassembly. Proficient with networking and networking technology. Yan, mas maganda pakinggan, di ba? So, active, good active listening skills and communication skills would be good. So, excellent time management skills. Okay? So don't be afraid, guys, to use adjectives that would support your or improve your skill section. Okay? So good adjectives to use are excellent, proficient, yon, mga ganon. Okay? Right. So good job on this, Alvin. Onting fine-tuning lang and you'd be pretty much good to go. Okay. So next is, okay, this is James's resume. Ito mahaba yung resume ni James pero it's a good, ito yung good na haba na sinasabi ko. Okay. So mas maganda dito, James, is if you can put in most of this in a cover letter para hindi sila mahirapang mag-go through your resume, it would be much more perfect. Okay. So my objective is to educate, okay, despite this pandemic, and I want to prove that the pandemic is not a hindrance to my dreams and goals. In the future, my goal is to get a position. Okay. So yung objective mo, more onting fine-tuning lang. So more on the position you're applying for. Okay? So kung mas maganda objective mo graduating or graduating during this pandemic, my dreams include working with an organization that would allow me to practice my course as a programmer. O yan. And to allow me to enrich my skills while growing together with the company. Yan. So your objectives always need to be in line with the position that you're applying for in the company. Okay? All right. So educational attainment, personal information. This would be much more better kung nasa likod na siya. So skills and awards and achievements, mas maganda if after nung objective mo siya nakalagay. So skills, ayan. Proficient with computer assembly and disassembly. Ayan, magkasama na yon. Magkasama na yon. Okay. So, proficient in the use of Microsoft Office Suite. Okay. So, ayan. Efficient with logic gates and conversion. Okay. Good sense of leadership. Okay, so that means leadership skills na lang, mas maganda. Okay, excellent leadership skills, excellent listening skills, or mas maganda communication skills na lang. Okay, excellent communication skills. Okay, perfect or proficient with okay, ano ba? James, yung drawing skills mo ba? Drawing with pen and paper, or you also are proficient with Photoshop or web drawing, web arts?
It's more on ano lang po, sir, pen and paper lang po.
Pen and paper. Okay, good. So can put in there proficient with drawing using a pen and paper. Okay, para alam nila na ano, kasi usually sa mga BPOs, sa mga call centers, meron kayong mga tinatawag na spiff activities. So yun yung mga activities to enrich yung interpersonal skills nyo, and also for you guys to enjoy working with the company that you're hired on. Okay, so these kinds of spiffs or company activities have a certain prize or a certain perk included with them. So most of the time it's cash, but there are some times na depende sa company mo na you receive gadgets or things for these kinds of activities or contests. Okay? So, dati nung nasa Sony pa ako, Sony APAC, Asia Pacific, first year ko doon during our Thanksgiving party, I was actually hindi ako aware, pero I was awarded the best new agent for that year. So ang binigay sa akin during that time was a Sony all of them are Sony branded products. So a Sony DVD player. Uso pa yung DVD noon, noong mga panahon na yon. So a Sony Walkman. Okay? Hindi siya yung old school na Walkman. It's a digital Walkman na Android powered. And a premium Sony headset or headphones pala, not a headset, for listening on the Android Walkman. So those kinds of perks await you depende sa company na pag-a-applyan nyo. So a few things for you guys to look forward to. So it's not just all work when you get into a BPO or a call center company. Okay? So most companies now prioritize their employees' mental health as well. So meron silang mga gantong activities to enrich their employees as well while working. Okay? So minsan meron pa kayong mga pageants sa office. So companies that do those kinds of things are always on the top, or should be always on the top of your go-to list na pag-a-applyan. Okay? So back to James's resume. So okay, ready to train, mas magandang palitan mo yan ng easy, willing to be willing and easy to train. Okay? Para alam nila na mabilis ka makapick up. Okay? So everyone can be ready to train, but if you're willing, it sounds na it's much better kasi it sounds the interviewer to the company na you are willing to learn new things. Okay? So, ability to work in a team, okay? That's good. Critical thinking skills. Okay, mas maganda okay din 'yan. Okay. Good with plan execution or good planning and execution. Okay? Maganda okay, sa intrapersonal skills, communication skills na 'yon. So mas okay na 'yon. Excellent communication skills para mas simplified. So ability to work under pressure, that's a good thing as well. Excellent writing skills. Mas okay na 'yan nakasama sa excellent communication skills. So writing and talking, listening, those are better to be put under one umbrella of skills, which is communication. So excellent communication skills would be what you would put that on. Okay. So resourceful, that's actually a good skill to have, which means na maparaan ka. Okay. You look for easier ways to do the job and easier ways to fix problems. So a company values employees that have the initiative. Okay. So inquisitive mind is also good. Patience and self-reliance. So those can be put in at mas maganda siya ilagay sa excellent organizational planning and what else? Interpersonal skills. Yan. Ganun. So awards and achievements, always good. So kung nag-honor kayo, kung basta mas maganda yung ilalagay niyo yung achievements nyo, kung may honors kayo, kung ano, ilagay nyo sa resume nyo guys. Since fresh graduates kayo pagkatapos ng senior high nyo, if you would be looking for a job immediately, these things, kung sa mata nyo maliit na bagay lang yung mga yan, okay, sa interviewer, they're actually a good sign na etong potential hire na to excels in these fields. Okay? So, what more so kung yung pinag-a-applyan nyo is related to those fields na kino-cover ng achievements and awards nyo, di ba? Okay. So, Citizenship Army Training, CAT. So, that's good. So, means that you know how the chain of command works. So, that's a good thing to put in. So, alam mo kung ano yung limitations mo. Basically, when you're working in a company where you are an employee. Okay? So, very all good. Yung placements lang ng certain information, James. Just need to work on the placement. And if you can, as I mentioned kanina, if you can make it much more concise, lessen the few things, pagsamasamahin mo yung mga pagsamasamahin mo yung things or skills na belong with each other. And if you can present a cover, I think your experience would be good. Ang dami mo kasing experience dito and proficiencies, daming awards. If you can put them in a cover page for your resume, that would be much more better. Mas malaki yung mga chances mo to wow the company and wow the interviewer. Okay?
Okay po sir, noted po.
Okay, good. So let's move on to the next. So ito, very good. Naka PDF. Okay. So as I mentioned to you guys earlier, mas maganda if naka PDF yung mga resumes nyo. It lessens the chances of your resumes being edited by mistake kasi not everyone naman has printers at their home, 'di ba? So minsan pag nagpapaprint ka sa shop, hindi mo maiiwasan na yung magpiprint ng documents na pinapaprint mo. Kung naka-word lang siya, may mapindot, mabago dun sa resume mo, tas late mo na makita. Nasa, ano ka na, nasa interview room ka na. O, 'di ba? Okay. So, here we have Jeff's resume. Okay. So, very simple. If you would look at it. Okay, pero malaman naman yung resume niya. Okay. Simple lang pero I would prefer Jeff if you would put in your trainings and seminars you attended, if you have any awards that you have received, much more better kasi that makes you much more appealing to the company you're applying for. Okay. So kung kasi yung nung sinend sa akin ni Jeff tong email niya, okay, I was very wowed kasi 2 weeks ago, Jeff tried to apply. Okay, apply in a call center. Okay. Although yung call center na napag-applyan ni Jeff doesn't accept students. Okay. The fact that she tried to apply in a call center, it shows a very huge promise. Okay? Means na she's confident and comfortable to try. Okay? So the only thing that I'm missing from your resume, Jeff, is if you can put in your trainings and seminars that you've attended, your awards and achievements na meron ka. Okay? Parang ano din kasi yun eh. Sa interviewer kasi, those could become talking points. Okay? So, paano, let's say na meron kang, kunyari sa seminars attended mo, you attended a programming seminar. Okay? Na familiar pala yung interviewer mo. Okay? So that's a talking point na pwede niyong pag-usapan. Okay? I actually attended this seminar for programming way back. Tapos sabay magugulat ka yung interviewer mo biglang sabihin, "Oh, you attended that seminar too?" Actually, I attended that when I was studying. So, have there been any changes to the flow of the seminar? May mga bago bang may mga bago ba silang tinuturo? Okay. So those are things minor things na kung iisipin mo at your current position na students pa lang kayo, graduate pa lang kayo, hindi siya malaking bagay. Pero it actually opens up your resume to the interviewer na, uy, willing to be trained, madaming mga seminars na na-attendan, meaning na maganda kang asset sa company if they will hire you because you have the drive, you have the what term is that? You have the initiative to attend seminars and to learn things. Okay? So yan, job experience, good. Crew si Jeff sa McDonald's, sa Mega Mall. That's good. So that's if you obtain trainings or seminars during your time sa McDonald's na nakapag-improve sa'yo, then I would advise putting those in as well. Okay. To some people, um, hindi importante yon, pero if I'm not mistaken, McDonald's also offers some trainings na nakakapag-enrich ng mga employees nila. Kaya I'm not just, before kasi meron ako mga naging students na naka-attend ng mga seminars sa McDo, sa Jollibee, na nilagay nila sa resume nila. Baga. So, ayun. I'm not sure if they're still doing that right now, but if you did attend seminars that were sponsored by McDonald's, that would be good. Okay. At overall, this is a solid framework, Jeff. Okay, so just add those add your if you have uh trainings and seminars na inattendan mo, ilagay mo dyan. If you have awards and accomplishments while you're studying, put it in there. Those are very good talking points. But otherwise, it's very solid. And I really salute the fact that you have the initiative na mag-apply. Okay? So don't think of the the company that not getting hired or considered by the company as a failure, kasi nga yung I guess yung company na yon hindi pa siya ready sa advancements in hiring. Okay, so there are still a lot of companies that look at the educational background rather than the skill set of the person applying. Okay, but if you have your skills on your resume, what you're good at, you'll find a company that will hire you for those skills. I assure you. Okay? Kasi ako,
Ay, sir.
kasi ako coming from I'm thankful na I belong with the company I'm working for right now, which is TPG. Kasi before, TPG was very strict with their hiring. Okay? They only hire degree holders before. Okay? So nag-hire lang sila ng mga degree holders, 4-year courses. Hindi sila nag-hire ng vocational graduates, ng associate graduates, which is what I am. Pero nung nag-apply ako after ko nag-resign sa Sony Australia and New Zealand from Sykes. Okay? Kasi hindi na sapat yung sinasahod ko during that time. Okay? So, kaya ka nag-apply sa call center, or to be blunt, kaya tayo lahat nag-a-apply or gustong mag-apply magtrabaho sa call center is because of the high pay. Okay? Real talk lang, 'di ba? Kayo, bakit kayo mag-a-apply sa call center? Guys? Bakit nyo i-consider?
Mataas po talaga yung sahod. Pero, on the side note, sir, matututunan mo rin mag-English communication skill, ma-improve mo yung English proficiency mo na pwede mong practical skill na maano mo po sa future career po.
Okay, good. Good answer. So, makikarry over mo in the future. Kasi once you've learned these things while or after working in a call center, it stays with you. Hindi mo na siya makakalimutan kahit gusto mo siyang kalimutan. Okay? So, ayan. So, very good. So, as I mentioned, nung before, or going back to my story, before, ang TPG is very strict with their hiring policy. Hindi sila tumatanggap ng mga associate graduates at ng mga vocational course graduates. Okay? But only recently, they have opened their doors to accepting associate graduates, vocational graduates, and uh, fresh graduates, basically. Okay? So, ayan. So these it's a positive step in giving everyone a fair opportunity to work and to be trained, 'di ba? So instead of yung mga companies na majority of the companies na biased pa din with your educational background for you to get hired, there are some companies na nagigising na it doesn't take a degree or a resume to do the job perfectly. As long as the person that you're as long as the person is willing to be trained and enthusiastic about their application, then they deserve a chance, right? So sana lahat ng ang big sana ko is not just for me, okay? Kasi it's for everyone na does not have the capacity at this stage to get a 4-year degree, uh, a degree education basically. Okay? So sana lahat ng companies magising na it doesn't take a degree to do a job that a person can be trained for. Okay? Okay, so very good, Jeff. Maganda yung kumbaga treat this as a your version 1 ng resume mo. Yung version 2 mo pag na-add mo na yung mga sinabi kong mga things to improve para mas magandang mas maganda sa interviewer. Okay? Madami kayong pag-uusapan, and if you can put in a cover page para dun sa mga personal accounts mo ng experiences mo, mas maganda. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you po.
You're welcome. So let's move on to Sean's resume next. Okay? So Sean's resume is okay. This is apart from okay. Okay, good. So education, okay, I would okay yung education niya kasi achievements niya after nung or achievements niya from school while he was still studying is included. Okay? So if you're going to put in your education after your objective, it would be best to put in your achievements or accolades doon sa after. Okay? So this is unlike the others na skills, yung skills ang inaano ko, yung skills and trainings, and Sean has a lot of achievements na nakalagay dito, organizations that he is part of. Ayan, seminars and trainings attended. Ayan, very good. Personal and social skills training for high school students. So good. Kung may mga ganyan kayo, put it in your resume as well. ABIS yan ako. So good. Resource speaker pa. Oh. That's putting in yung mga minor details na ganyan sa atin, or kung sa inyo minor details yung ganyan, resource speaker ka. If sa interviewer, actually that's a good thing. Kasi apart from working in a BPO, apart from taking in calls, doing chat support, doing email, there are also opportunities for you guys once you get hired in a BPO to be part of the company's promotion. Okay? So your BPOs, call centers, nagpo-promote sila through social media, sa Facebook, sa YouTube, and I wouldn't be surprised if they put in so someone with Sean's uh, proficiency as a resource speaker. I wouldn't be surprised if the company that he applies for will put him in as a company ambassador sa mga videos. Okay? So yung mga ganyang bagay at this stage mukhang wala siyang pero sa company na pag-a-applyan nyo, you can use these things. Okay? Sa company na pag-a-applyan nyo, pag-a-hirean nyo. Okay? So resource speaker, if you're good at debates, as I said, merong ang mga companies ngayon, most of them have competitions to basically keep the employees happy, not just doing their job but also activities na enrich their employees work life balance. Okay? So yeah, first place buwan ng wika quiz B. So that's good. That means that you're proficient with words, or you're excellent with your words, spelling, communications, most likely. So academic excellence award, good. That means that to an interviewer, academic excellence means that you're easy to train and they wouldn't have a hard time training you. Right? Okay. So organizations, good. Okay. Right, Step Club, Barkada Contra Droga, okay. Drug advocate or anti-drug advocate. Most workplaces or most BPOs right now are more involved sa war on drugs. So you can be a spokesperson for this since you have knowledge about drugs. Yeah, magandang yan. A lot of that opens up a lot of doors for you. Okay? So kasi pag may mga ganyang kang proficiencies or experiences na nakalagay sa resume mo, if your company looks for someone to discuss these things, they would mainly look for someone with personal experience to talk about this to their fellow employees. Okay, so as I mentioned, you can become your company's anti-drug ambassador. You can become your company's resource person or resource speaker for those kinds of things. Okay, so very good. So skills, okay, very concise. Computer skills, Microsoft Office, disassembly and assembly, excellent communicator, so good. Team leader, critical thinker, fast learner, teachable. Overall, very well-rounded and solid resume, Sean. So pretty much pwede ka na mag-apply after you graduate. If you can find the right company. But are you looking to continue studying after senior high school, or would you be hitting the job market immediately?
Continue studying po, sir.
Okay, good. So if it's good. So if you have the means to continue studying, then please do so. And during the time that you're still studying, if you can accrue, if you can attend more seminars, be it online or personal seminars, but most likely I think seminars nowadays would be online. If you have free time, please attend them. Okay, this is not just for Sean, guys. This is for all of you. If you guys can sign up for a seminar online, please do so, as it helps pad your resume. Okay? So lalo na if yung seminar na a-attendan nyo is related to the BPO or call center that you'll be applying in. Okay? Yan. So thank you very much for sharing your resume with us, Sean. Okay, so just a bit of just a few polishing na pero overall very good. Okay? Add more if you can add more polishing by polishing I mean if you can add more seminars and trainings, it would be perfect na. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So last resume we'll be looking at will be Rovelin's resume. Okay. So so good objective. So obtain a position where I can put into practice the things I've learned in the field of customer service and at the same time gain new levels of experience that will enable me to grow and further my career. So that's a very good broad objective that is customer service focused. Okay? It gives the interviewer the impression na customer-centric kang tao. Okay, so very good job on that objective, Roveline. So personal information, educational background, so all good in order. So skills, so drawing skills, computer assembly and disassembly, time management skills, story writing skills, computer skills, MS Office. Good. Only thing I'm missing from your resume, Rovelyn, is like the others. Please, if you have any seminars that you've attended, certifications that you've obtained during your studies, put them in there. Okay. So if you received awards, if you're a part of an organization or a club while you were still studying, that that's for your personal growth, ilagay nyo din yun. Okay? Not just for Rovelyn but for all of you guys. Okay? So madami pang mga resumes na nasa email ko but these are the ones that I looked into kasi most of the resumes naman na you guys would have submitted pretty much follows the same template. Okay? So most of the time resumes just need a bit of fine tuning. And when I say fine tuning, if you're not sure of the words that you're putting in on your resume, always it's always better to consult the dictionary or pretty much the internet. Okay, to try to make your words simpler. Okay, so the simpler to understand the word, the better. Okay. Kasi minsan, di mo din maiiwasan na may interviewer na, ay, hindi alam ng interviewer yung word na to. Gugulat. Gugulat ka na lang. Okay? Not everyone is perfect. So, there are some times na makaka-encounter tayo ng ganun. Okay? So, the reason why I'm asking you guys to polish your resume and to put in as much of your personal accolades and your trainings and seminars attended as possible is because it allows the interviewer to see you more as a person that has a lot of achievements. Okay? So it makes it easier for them to talk to you. Kasi they might have shared, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, they might have attended the same seminar. So that's a talking point during your interview na pwede nyong i-share. Okay? So is it okay guys if I need to take a quick bio break? Okay? So let's come back at 3. Okay? A 5-minute bio break for everyone to freshen up. Medyo natutuyo na din yung lalamunan ko. So, ayan. So, let's take a 5-minute break, everyone. Let's be back by 3. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, let's be back by 3 guys. Okay? Break muna tayo. Okay. Okay.
So, Ma'am May, let's give everyone a short 5-minute break. Ikaw din po. All right.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Let's be back by 3. Okay, guys?
Hey guys, so we're back. Is everyone back?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good. Ayan, pasensya na, medyo na-late ako dun sa 3 p.m. natin. So, may dumating na delivery. Pangalan sa akin. Okay. All right, so let's proceed with the next topic at hand. Since tapos na tayo sa mga resumes natin, we will now be focusing on your interviews. Okay? Interview questions. Okay? So, tulad nung ano natin kahapon, katulad nung mga diniscuss natin kahapon na interview questions. Okay? At this part of our session, okay, I'll be asking you guys, or I'll be asking if I want you guys, kung may gustong mag-volunteer ng answers nila for the particular question, mas maganda. Okay? So if not, I'll call up names. So if as I said to you guys kahapon, there's no right or wrong answer. What we're training for here is for you to become ready to answer these questions during your interview. Okay? So don't be afraid to answer the question. Okay? So we're free to answer the question. Okay? So ayan. Let's start. Okay. Let's just go back to that page. Ayan. Okay. So ayan. So since we've looked at your resumes na kanina, okay? So let's start with the first question, okay? So as I said, kung gusto niyo sumagot or gusto niyo sagutin yung question just for you to build up your confidence, can do so, okay? So I would like it if everyone would participate in answering the questions one way or the other. Kasi hindi para sa akin to guys, para sa inyo to. Okay? So if we'll discuss your answers shortly once we're done, okay? So let's start with the first question. Tell me something about yourself. Okay, so ano na lang, sige, tanggalin na natin yung that is not written in your resume, okay? So tell me something about yourself. Anyone? Come on, wala naman tayong as I said, wala tayong right or wrong answers. No one is here to judge. We're here to learn, okay? So nandito tayong lahat para matuto. Okay? So the more you guys are comfortable, the more comfortable you guys are in talking with people or talking to people, the more easier it is for you guys to ace an interview. Okay? So, ayan. Guys, any volunteers? None? Or should I start calling names? So let's call on people na lang para mas madali. Okay. So Nadine? Okay. So Nadine, you raised your hand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So go ahead. Tell me something about yourself, Nadine.
I am a cheerful person with a positive outlook in life. I cannot easily be dismayed by trivial matters that won't negatively affect me in any way. Things that I look forward to usually are learning new things and making discoveries I am yet to be familiar with. It is something I hope to experience in a company.
I
Thank you.
see. So, okay. So good. That's actually that's a very good answer, Nadine. So, pag nagbigay kayo ng mga statements sa ganyan, always be ready in case the interviewer has a follow-up. Okay? So, since you're from what I've heard or from what I've heard you say earlier, it appears that you're an adventurous person. You like to travel. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me more about the places that you dream of visiting, you want to travel to in the future, Nadine?
Sometimes when I am able to, I'd like to go to the Japan because it has been my dream place ever since I was young.
Japan. Which particular places in Japan do you have your eyes set in visiting in the future?
The first thing that came to mind is a place in Osaka because that's where my mom's friend has lived and has told us a lot of things about.
Oh, I see, I see. So, pretty much if you visit there, if your mom's friend is still there, uh, I guess the best way to go about it is ask her to be a tour guide. But that is actually a good thing. Okay, so one of the that's actually a good place to visit. Okay, although we initially had plans in the past to go to Japan. Sadly, due to the pandemic, we have not been able to do so. But I do share your enthusiasm in your dream to visit Japan. It's one of the or based on what I've heard from my friends and colleagues that have been there. It's a very very lovely place. Okay? So see the interaction na nangyari, guys, or uh, if you've been listening intently to the interaction that me and Nadine have, expect those kinds of things to happen while you're interviewing. Okay, so hindi your interviewer will not stop with their questions or will not move on to the next question after you've answered what they just asked you, ba? So good job, Nadine, for answering like you did. Okay, very good, very good. So that means that you're ready to you're very comfortable, you have the comfortability and the readiness to answer, so that's very good. Okay, so good first try for Nadine. Anyone else that wants to answer the same question, guys? Come on. Who's brave enough to follow after Nadine? Okay, so wag kayo matakot, guys. This is all for you guys to be prepared. Okay? So I want you guys to I want you guys to be able to fend for yourselves. Okay? Once this session is done. That way hindi kayo mako-caught off guard ng interviewer. Okay?
Nakakatakot sir yung yung follow-up questions.
Huwag kayong matakot sa mga sa follow-up questions na ganun. Kasi usually, kung may itatanong silang or kung magfa-follow up sila about the questions na tinanong nila, it's related to your answer naman. Kita nyo yung nangyari sa exchange namin ni Nadine kanina, 'di ba? Nakakatakot ba yung nakakatakot ba 'yon? So, a good way to calm your nerves when interviewing is before you answer,
the interviewer's question. Pause for a few seconds. Take a deep breath to calm your nerves. Okay? Take a deep breath from your nose, and then breathe out with your mouth. Pero hindi naman gano'n. Parang ganito. Ang ganun. Okay? So that try to do that a few times before answering para kumalma ka if ever na caught off guard ka with the question. Okay?
Pero sir, okay din po ba pag pag hindi niyo po nasagot yung tanong?
If you're unable to answer the question na binitawan sa inyo nung interviewer nyo, okay lang din naman. Tell them that I'm not yet ready to answer. Kung more on the personal side yung tanong niya, kasi 'di ba we started off with tell me something about yourself, right? So if they dive into the question after your initial answer na magtanong sila ng something na hindi mo pa kayang sagutin, a good way is to tell them that I'm not yet ready to answer. Kung kunyari, the question is more in the lines of uh, kunyari, paano mo pinaplano makapunta doon, or how do you plan? O, katulad gawin na lang nating example yung answer kanina ni Nadine. So, how do you plan to go to Japan? Do you have any money saved up? Do you have anyone helping you to go there? Diba? So, kung ever ma-caught off guard kayo ng interviewer with those kinds of questions, just tell them na I'm not yet ready to answer the question, as at the moment I don't have the means to travel to Japan. But once I save up, once I build my courage, maybe I'll take the leap and jump on a plane, or jump on to the next plane to Japan. So ganun. It's always good for you guys to improvise during the interview. Huwag kayo matakot mag-improvise. Okay? Kasi the more lighter and comfortable you guys look or sound during the interview, the more lighter the questioning of the interviewer will be. Okay? Don't think of the interview as an interrogation. Katulad ng kung since most of you watch Netflix or series, yung mga nauhuli ng pulis na kino-question, madalas ko nakikita to sa mga K-drama yung mga tinatangay ng pulis, dinadala sa interrogation room. Huwag niyong hayaan yung sarili niyo na ganun yung ma-feel niyo during the interview. Kasi mas lalo lang kayong mas lalo niyong tinatalo yung sarili niyo. Going in your parang when you take in that mindset, okay, parang talo na kayo kaagad, hindi pa nagsisimula yung laban. Diba? If you adapt that kind of mindset na this is an interrogation, it's not an interview, talo na kayo kaagad. Okay? So, the lighter your approach is to the interview, the lighter the interviewer's approach will be to it too. Okay? Keep it light and simple para mas madali. Padaliin niyo yung buhay niyo at yung buhay ng interviewer. Okay? So treat the interviewer professionally, but also think of them as a long lost friend. That would make it easier. Tratuhin nyo sila na parang kaibigan nyo na matagal nyo nang hindi nakikita, tas nagka-catch up kayo. Ganun yung magandang approach to the interview. Kumbaga, you're back to the point na you're getting to know about each other again after a few years. Okay? Kasi there's there's no perfect way to approach an interview other than being prepared. Okay, so you need to be able to think on your feet, think quickly, basically, or kahit hindi naman quickly. Okay, mas maganda pag pinapakita nyo sa interviewer na pinag-iisipan nyo yung sagot nyo. Hindi yung pag tinanong ka na, tell me something about yourself, babanat ka na kaagad ng madaming bagay. Okay? Try to keep it short and simple. Okay? Para that way, if may follow-up question sila, hindi din ganun ka komplikado, if ever, yung questions nila. Okay? Okay? Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Right. So, okay. So, back to the question. Tell me something about yourself. I want to hear from... Okay, James. Okay.
Sir,
James,
I
can you
I
tell
will
me
try to.
something about yourself? Okay, go for it.
Sir, I am a person with a big dreams. I also want to show my skills to many people and prove that my skills are not limited. I see that I have a lot more to learn. I am always ready to learn and be a professional person someday. Uh, I want I want many things to achieve in my future, and I will work hard for it and achieve all the goals that I have for now.
See?
I know, sir.
Okay. So, these dreams that you have, James, for the future, do these involve our company in it? Do you want to these dreams that you're nurturing? Do you think our company is a part of these dreams? Should we hire you?
Yes, sir. One of my dreams, sir, is to improve first my skills and to discover more things po. And to explore more things then.
Okay, good. All right. So that's a very good answer, James. So ayun, 'di ba? Hindi siya more on career growth yung uh, gustong i-convey ni James doon sa nag-interview or during sa interviewer when he answered the question. So that gives the interviewer the impression that James is a career-driven person with goals or which with goals that say na yung company is part of his future. Okay? So anyone else wants to answer the question, the same question? O James, meron pa? Justin, okay. So let's hear from Justin then.
I'm a hardworking and patient person that if a problem comes up, I will definitely finish it and yun po.
Good. We actually need a lot of people in the company, Justin, that are solutions focused. Okay, we don't want people that are dwelling on problems too much. Are you the right person to help us solve our problems?
Yes, I think I am, sir, because most of the people right now are not that focused on the problem itself because they just want to finish it, but they don't learn something from it.
Actually, that's good. That's I think you're a perfect fit for this company. You are what we are looking for. Someone driven and not just the ordinary driven, but driven to answer and to help solve the existing problems we have with the company. Very good, very good. Yeah. That's okay. So that's a good question. That's a good answer, James. The most BPOs or most call centers are looking for problem solvers. Okay? Always keep that in mind. Okay? So nandyan yung ano, nandyan tayo sa ready kang, you're ready to dive in and help solve the company's problems in terms of certain issues. Okay? So that's a big plus and gives you a huge edge. Kasi sa eyes ng interviewer and in the company's eyes, you are a reliable pick candidate. Okay? So good job. Good job, Justine. Okay. So we had some very good answers to the first question. Tell me something about yourself. So does anyone else want to share something or want to answer the question? Any questions about this particular interview question?
Wala na po, sir.
None, guys. Okay, good. Okay. So let's shake it up for the next question. So ayan. What are your hobbies? What are your hobbies? Who wants to answer? So this is a much more easier question to answer kasi personal sa inyo. The interviewer doesn't know more about your hobbies yet, so it's a good way to open up to the interviewer. So, okay guys, what are your hobbies? Who would like to start or who would like to share? Come on. Anyone? Okay. So since we have no volunteers right now, let's hear from Ella. Ella, are you here? Can you hear us? Ella? Oh, mukhang problematic yung connection ni Ella siguro. Okay, so let's see. Okay. I want to hear from Frank. Frank, can you share? What are your hobbies? Come on, Frank. All right. Mga ano. Are you guys nervous ba? Nakabamba kayo? Remember guys, there's no wrong answers, okay? We're here to improve how you answer the questions. Okay? Hindi tayo nandito to criticize the answer of your peers, yung mga kaklase nyo. Okay? We're here to help each other improve by doing this exercise. Okay? So come on. Frank, if you can hear, share with us what your hobbies are. Okay. Wala din yata si Frank. So let's see.
Dun sa ano, yung sagot kanina ni Jonar. Yung sagot kanina ni Jonar.
All right. So let's see. Okay. So let's hear from Jeff then. Jeff, what are your hobbies?
Yes, sir. As I said yesterday, I have a lot of hobbies. I play guitar, ukulele, I read a book, I cycle, and I'm currently self-studying personal finance and investing. I am truly advocate and I believe that when you reach that point of being knowledgeable about how to handle your money and budget it, you know how to diversify and generate your income as soon as know you can generate your income and your resources and be rich someday. Thank you po. Nakakabahan ako, sir.
Don't worry about the you don't have to apologize, Jeff. That's actually a good question. Some of our hobbies actually are a good gateway to making or to earn in the future. So it's good that you're looking into avenues that will allow you to monetize your hobbies. Okay? So nowadays, a lot of people are looking into different ways to earn. So I believe that with your knack for music and your guitar, or with your guitar playing, I do believe that you have a very good chance of breaking out if you choose to go to social media to display your talents. You just need to be confident. Okay, so that's a good exchange. That's a good way, or that's one of the things that you might hear from your interviewer after you answer them their question about your hobbies. Okay, so yung okay, so good answer, Jeff. So your answer is focused on enriching your hobbies and also bringing money to the table with them. So that's good. That's good. It's a good mindset. Hitting two birds in one stone. You're perfecting your craft and also earning with it. So let's see. I would like to hear from Alexis about his hobbies next. Hi, Alexis. Or okay, Kim. Kim is raising his hand. Kim, okay. What are your hobbies?
Very good yan. Very good. But yun nga, yung katulad ng sinabi ko,
Napindot ko lang po, sir.
Okay, okay.
Pero sige,
James is raising his hand. So, James, what are your hobbies?
you also
ay,
have
akala ko ako.
Before, my hobbies are basketball, badminton, and volleyball, sir. But I really love basketball before. But when the pandemic was started and the government implemented ECQ, my hobbies are already changed. Nowadays, my hobbies are watching anime, movies, more on reading and more on drawing din po, sir. And to express my thoughts po and feelings.
I see, I see. So a sudden shift in interests after the pandemic hit. So I wouldn't blame you if your hobbies change from physical activities to more on staying at home activities. That's good. What anime do you watch in general? What kind of animes have you watched, or have you are you interested in, James?
More on ano po, sir, Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan, and Fairy Tail, and more on fictions po, sir.
I see. I'm actually a fan of Hunter x Hunter as well, and Attack on Titan. So I share your enthusiasm with the anime. Okay. So good, good. So see how simple it is, guys. You don't need to worry about your interviewer not being able to connect. Kasi most of the time, even if they don't look like it, they may share the same interests as you or same hobbies as you. Okay. So let's hear from Ella next. Hi, Ella. You have the floor.
long-term goals really to save up money because I really want to
Okay,
I like
so
I like to volunteer and community work and also listen a lot of learning. And in my spare time, I like reading Wattpad, sports, and especially spend time with my family. And I believe it may help to avoid anxiety or depression.
see, I see. Well, taking care of your mental health is a good thing, and your family will always be there to support you for that. Tell me more about your volunteer work or the volunteer activities that you are involved in. Do you volunteer for the Red Cross, or what organizations do you do volunteer work for?
Hi, Andrew. I know what are your long-term goals?
Una, Unang Hakbang Foundation.
Can you? I'm not familiar with Unang Hakbang, but can you tell me about the kind of work that they do, and what work you help them do, Ella? What kind of activities do you do for Unang Hakbang? Is it like community service? Is it outreach for the poor? Do you do livelihood projects? Those kinds of things. What do you do for the Unang Hakbang Foundation? Okay.
Um, we are teaching children on the road like that, sir.
I see. That's actually a very good advocacy. Okay, keep that up, and I am rooting for you. Okay. So, ayun, see how an interviewer can get interested with your activities. So, ganun. You don't have, as I've been saying, don't have to be afraid of your interviewer, kasi they may share the same interests as you, and they may be interested in the things that you do as well. Okay, so is Kim raising his hand? Kim, nagre-raise ka ba ng hand mo, or napindot mo
Yes,
lang ulit?
sir.
Okay, oh sige, let's hear from Kim next.
My hobbies are watching Netflix movies and playing some instrument. And I do a photography too and a little bit sketching po.
I see. Can
Yun
you
po.
tell me more about the instruments that you play, Kim? What instruments do
Bass
you play? Mhm.
bass guitar, acoustic guitar, ukulele.
Oh, nice. I actually wanted to play the bass guitar in the past because a lot of people tell me, or a lot of people told me, or my friends who are in a band tells me that the bass is one of the most important instruments in a band.
On the band.
Yeah, but
Yes.
they don't get that much attention like the lead singers and stuff. But it's very cool because without the bass, my friends told me, the band won't be able to play very well. Kasi they told me that the bass is actually the one that keeps everyone in
Bass and
time.
drums.
Yeah, bass and drums. There
Yes,
you go. So, all right. So another example of the interviewer sharing the same interests as you, 'di ba? You don't have to be intimidated, guys. Okay? As I said, mas mahirap pag you treat the interviewer as a hostile, okay? So be friendly with the interviewer, and the interviewer will reciprocate your friendliness in return. Okay? So let's hear from Jericho. Jericho, yes?
Um, I usually listen music, and sometimes I watching Netflix if I'm free, and and also calling my friends to go in the beach because right now I'm on an island. So that's my hobby here in Ireland. And sometimes I go to the spot that there's a lot of things that you need to take activities just like that.
I see lots of active. Okay, I'm actually a beach body myself. I like going to the beach. Can you tell me about good beaches that you know of?
Um, yeah, I have a lot of beaches here in Siargao, which is the one is Cloud9.
Nice,
And
nice.
sometimes I do surfing because my mom
Mm.
have a surfing board.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, sometimes we go to the restaurant or we go, we do some gala.
Ah, you go around. Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's actually good. Maybe if I go to Siargao sometime, you can show me around. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so see, guys, those are things that you can expect to hear from your interviewer. Okay, so Sean, I saw Roveline raise her hand earlier, so I'll hear from her first, and then we'll get to you. Okay, so Roveline, go.
Remember yung resume niyo kanina?
I have so many hobbies, but one of my favorite is
Do you
reading.
remember yung resume niyo
I
kanina?
like I like analyzing situation and what will happen. So I
Okay.
think about
Okay.
and
I think Roveline, your mic, the volume for your mic might be very low. Can
So you
you
can
try
start,
again?
you can start
okay na sir.
There, that's better. Go.
Okay. I have so many hobbies, but one of my favorite is reading. I like analyzing situation and guess what will happen next. Like think about the possible problems and solve it
Solving.
in advance
Okay.
using just using my mind. Kasi
So applying your own solutions to a problem you encounter in a book. It's actually a good thing. I love reading books too. Have you read the book The Da Vinci Code? Or have you read that book?
no, sir.
I see, I see. Well, I would recommend that to you. There's a lot of problem solving involved and a lot of things that you might be able to pick up, especially if you love to hear or if you love to read about problems and solutions, basically.
I know detective stories, sir.
Yeah.
I
Detective stories are actually good. I used to read the Hardy Boys, which are teen. Those are it's an old brother tandem. They have a lot of detective. It's kind of like a high school or college detectives.
like solving codes like that.
Yes. So
No, sir.
those are things I would if you like it and if you like good reading material, I recommend that. Okay. So see how easy it is to communicate with your interviewer if you don't treat them as just that, an interviewer. Can think of them as a friend that you haven't met for a long time, as I mentioned. Good answer, Oveline. So let's go to Sean next. Okay, so Sean.
Usually, sir, when I have a lot of free time, I usually play games. It is like unwinding for myself to relieve any tension to my body or stress that I'm feeling at the moment. And also, I love to cook. I like to prepare snacks for my family, and also when my mom told me to cook, always would love to do it. And since because when I was a kid, I always loved to get involved in the kitchen a lot, so that's why I think I get to develop that kind of hobby. And lastly, this last hobby that I I will share to you might sound a little bit funny and also a little bit bothering because at some point I just found myself talking to myself out of the blue. Like when I was just lying on my bed, I would just randomly speak casually and just talk something out of that is in my mind, and I feel like I do something like that because I feel like I cannot share those experiences with other people. So that's why, even though I know myself better than anyone else, I feel like I just love to share everything to myself, and that's all po.
I see, I see. What you shared last, that's what I call that an internal monologue. Okay. So I often find myself doing the same thing. Okay. It's like you're talking to yourself as a third person. Okay. So I do that too. So don't worry, it's not weird. A lot of people actually do that too. Okay, and it's actually fun. Now, I want to know more about your interests in cooking. You said that you love to cook for your family. What are your what dishes are your specialties?
Usually, sir, the basic ones, because when I during grade 11, my I am the only one left in the house after my classes, so I'm also obligated to cook for our family. So that's why just basic simple dishes like menudo, giniling, sinigang, and I also get some help with my aunties on our house because we get to live on
Oh, you live
one house
together.
also,
I
yes.
see, I
So I
see.
get a lot of help from them also when I having a hard time po.
I see. It's perfect. That's a perfect answer. The back and forth is good. So there's at this point pretty much ready na kayo, but we need you guys to be more confident uh and comfortable answering, but you're almost there. So Alexis, I think, was raising his hand. Alexis,
Sir,
yes, you have the floor. Yeah.
my hobbies are playing basketball, but since we have pandemic right now, I play more on mobile games like COD, Mobile Legends, and PUBG. But sometimes I play guitar.
Oh, okay. During the time that you were playing basketball, have you ever been injured? Have you encountered an injury that prevented you from playing basketball?
Yes, sir.
What kind of injury have you or have you sustained when you were playing basketball before?
Sprain, sir, sa foot.
A foot injury, sprains, that kind?
Yes, sir.
I see, I see. Yeah, that's actually a big problem with not just basketball, but a lot of sports that requires movements. So when I was active in sports, I used to sprain my ankles all the time as well. So nothing like a good exercise and warm up won't fix. So it's good to stay active. So always keep a healthy balance between physical activities and games. Okay. So like you, I got injured before, and I mainly do a lot of online gaming now. So although I don't play much Call of Duty, I do play Mobile Legends. So if you ever play that, we may team up sometime and enjoy a few games. So ayan. So that will be our last answer for the what are your hobbies question. So all of you did good. Very open to the question. Okay. And you were all very good with the back and forth that we have when we answer the question. Okay. So see, you guys, you just need to open up, guys, para mas madali yung interview. So the more open you are to the interview, the more easier it will become. Okay. So let's talk more. Let's talk about the next question is more. more related to work now or to the work that you're going to be applying for. Okay. So here, are you willing to relocate or travel for work? Okay. So are you willing to work or to relocate or travel for work? Anyone? Okay. Can I see some hands? Anyone? Okay. So let's see if we can call on someone. Okay, let's look at our participants list. Okay. So let's see if we can hear from Michelle. Michelle May Dolor. Right. So Michelle, if you can hear us right now, are you willing to relocate or travel for work if we should accept you? I think may problem yata yung line ni Michelle. Let's see. Let's try Glenel. Glenel, if you're there, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you willing to relocate or travel for this work that you're applying for?
Relocating or traveling somewhere is not a problem for me, because for me this kind of job is an opportunity. I believe that it will help me financially and also showcase my skills in this kind of field. So it will never be a big problem for me. Everything will be okay. That's all. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. It seems this is one of the main requirements that we have for all of our candidates. If I were to hire you today, would you be willing to work in our Libis office?
Yes, of course, sir. Anytime and anywhere, I'll be willing wholeheartedly.
Perfect, perfect. That's what I would. That's what I love to hear from our candidates. Okay, okay. So good answer. Good answer. That's perfect. I know. So
Thank you.
I see Nadine raising her hands. Go for it, Nadine.
Relocating, I do not think so because I still also have responsibilities at home by taking care of my family, but traveling is fine for me. I understand that business trips are important too for the company to establish relationships with the other branches as well as other companies.
I see. I see. Okay. Well, if relocating is not an option for you, but you are willing to travel to and fro from your home to this branch, I guess we have no problems with giving you a shot. But I our only position open right now, which does not require you to relocate, is an email and chat support position. Are you willing to be trained for that position?
Yes, that is very okay for me because at the same time it also gives me more time with my family and I can also support the company at the comfort of my home.
Perfect, perfect. That's a good exchange. Okay. So guys, as I mentioned earlier, don't be afraid to tell the company the truth. Not every time the person interviewing you want it's not always every time na you tell them what they want to hear para lang ma-hire kayo. Okay? there are a lot of companies that will give you the opportunity if you are honest with them. Okay, so let's call on Rovaline next. Rovaline.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so are you willing to relocate or travel for work?
Yes, sir. If that helps me to work better, I don't have a problem with that. I can adjust for this job to prove that you will never regret it, that you hired me for this work.
See, the only position that we have right now open is, or sorry, the we currently have run out of positions for this site. So we only have an available position for our Baguio site right now. So if we are to hire you right now, would you be willing to relocate to Baguio immediately?
I don't know if I can do that immediately, but if you give me time to, if you give me time to think, I think I would accept it because I have responsibilities too here in our
I see.
home.
Home. I see. So immediate relocation is not an option for you at this stage. I see. But if you are willing to relocate somewhere along the line, then we would be happy to consider your application. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So let's hear from Sean next. Sean, are you willing to relocate or travel for work? Should we hire you right now?
I think that I'm not up for it at the moment, sir. The idea of relocating and traveling is not a problem for me, but the traffic is as a student, I have a lot of experiences with this. My school and our house are quite far away, so I tend to go to the school by riding two jeepneys, and it is considered as a faster route. But then again, if I want to get into the longer route, I would get into one jeepney. And I think traveling is not the problem, but the traffic is. Even though I prepare early in the morning, I still get late because of the traffic. So I think that would be the cause of the problem, why I would not be um up against the idea of traveling and relocating, sir, at the moment.
See, I see. Okay. Well, the we are looking for much more flexible employees that can be much more flexible with their time. But if we do have something along the line that would suit your needs, we would be sure to give you a call because you are what we are looking for in a candidate. Okay. So okay guys, so let's discuss yung answer ni Sean. Okay? So at the moment Sean was or during the time, okay, Sean said that he has difficulties with relocating or travel. So some of companies that you will be applying for may consider that as a turn down or may give you negative points for that. But if you can advise them that you are, even if the what do you call this, you are willing to look into, or you are going to be available in the future, they might look into considering your application again. Okay, so see what happened with my response to Sean. Okay, so we're since he is a good candidate, we may keep him in our list of potential people to hire. Okay, should his problem with the travel and relocation clear up, then he would definitely be given the opportunity again, right? So Sean, anything else that you might want to add?
Nothing else, sir. That's all po.
Okay, good. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. Okay. There. So we'll dive more into questions that have more chances of being asked. Okay. So where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years if we hire you in this company? Where do you see yourself in the company 5 to 10 years from now? Anyone? Guys, come on. Okay. So since no one is volunteering, let's see. Okay. So let's see if let's hear from Riza. Riza, where do you see yourself in this company 5 to 10 years from now?
Bakit naman inaantok? Nakakaantok yung boses ko.
Sir, I see myself. Hello, sir.
Yes, go for it. Come on.
Sir, I see myself 5 to 10 years in this company is still is I'm still in this company improving and growing, sir.
I see, I see. If ever there will be we appreciate that you'll be interested in staying with the company 5 to 10 years from now. If we are to give you an opportunity to be promoted to a much more higher position, are you up for that given your tenure 5 to 10 years from now?
I'm willingly accepted that, sir, because I think if I stay for 5 to 10 years in the company, I deserve that kind of promotion, sir. And I'm doing my best, and I'm surely doing my best if I will be accepted in this company, sir.
Yes. Perfect. That's a good answer. So you're always whenever you get asked the this question, where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? Although maganda yung sagot ni Riza, it would my recommendation, guys, would be something along the lines of 5 to 10 years from now, I can see myself being happily or still being happily employed in the company. I would appreciate or I appreciate the opportunities for growth and would be trying out as much as possible for leadership roles in the company so I can share my experiences and things I have learned throughout the years, right? So if you see yung tanong na to kasi is more of what you will be at the company 5 to 10 years from now. Okay? So parang if you get asked this question, mas maganda yung maging bold kayo sa sagot nyo. Matapang kayo sa sagot nyo na I see myself in a leadership role in the company which is constantly striving to improve our process, improve our procedures, or improve how our company handles and deals with our customers. Diba? It's much more, mas magandang pakinggan yun sa tenga na, or mas magandang marinig yun sa tenga ng mga interviewers natin. Kasi they know that you're committed to stay for the long run with the company. Kasi prior to the pandemic or prior to COVID-19, madaming mga BPO ang nagiging hesitant na mag-hire ng agents, lalo na kung wala silang willingness or commitment na magstay sa company. We have a term for people who apply from call center to call center, BPO to BPO. Parang ang ginagawa nila, nag-a-apply lang sila para mag-training, since some companies offer paid training already. Huwag niyong gagayahin yung mga yon, guys, ha? We call them hoppers or call center hoppers. Okay? So, meron kasing not known to a lot of people, pero some companies share a particular database na merong mga names ng mga people na na-hire na nila before pero hindi tumatagal. Waga. So don't put yourself in a position na pag nag-apply kayo sa company, hindi kayo magtatagal. Okay? Kasi mahirap yung tinatawag namin na ma-blacklist ka sa sa BPO industry. Okay? Kasi pag na-blacklist ka, it means na you will no longer be eligible to apply to any BPO. Okay? So, working in a call center is a commitment, but it is a commitment that you are willing to undertake if you are working on getting to a call center or applying to a call center or a BPO. Tama ba? Guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So who else? Who else wants to give it a shot? Where do you see yourself in this company 5 to 10 years from now?
Are you comfortable working in graveyard or weekend shifts?
Come on. Glenel, go for it.
5 to 10 years from now, I see myself being excellent and I recommend employee of your company. Within that years, I believe that I'll be able to enhance and will develop my skills. And also, I'm looking forward to have a good relationship with the coworkers, the boss, and everyone else in the work field. That's all. Thank you.
Good. We appreciate the fact that you are willing to stay and that you have gained a lot of experience in the company, Glenel. We are pleased to have you as an employee. Okay. So those are the responses you might expect if you are able to answer that particular question to the liking of your interviewer. So let's hear from James next. James, go for it.
Sir, 5 to 10 years from now, I already gained a lot of knowledges, experiences, and I see that I see that I am already an expert and professional person in this field. Moreover, uh, I have I am in a high position and have also many contribution to the company.
Okay. That's a good answer, James. We appreciate that you are committed to improving with the company, and we're glad that you're here for us. You would still be here from us 5 to 10 years in the future. Thank you. Okay, so very good answers, guys. Okay, so as I've mentioned kanina, okay, make sure that if you get asked this question, you show your commitment and your enthusiasm to work for the company. Okay? So ipakita nyo sa interviewer yung saya nyo yung emotions na masaya kayo kasi part kayo ng company's growth, and that in 5 to 10 years from now, you still see yourself as a part of the company. Okay? So one of the key things to remember when you're interviewing is to always be enthusiastic about your answers. Okay? So kailangan makitaan kayo ng mga interviewers nyo ng gana sa pagsagot dun sa mga tanong nila. Okay? Kasi once na makitaan kayo ng interviewer na you're just answering their questions for the sake of answering or para lang matapos na yung interview, mawawalan din sila ng interest sa inyo, guys. Okay? So, the key to a good interview is always remember that you need to be enthusiastic all the time. Okay? So, kung ano man kayo, kung kayo yung tao na medyo laid back lang, yung kalma lang lagi, i-ensure nyo yung ano, kunyari, tinanong kayo ng interviewer nyo ng, are you willing to, mali pala, eto na lang, mas maganda. Are you comfortable working in graveyard or weekend shifts? Sasagutin nyo. I'm willing and I'm very happy to work in the graveyard shift or weekend shifts for you guys. Diba? So, pag ikaw ba interviewer, narinig mo na ganun yung sagot sa tanong mo, happy tapos parang indifferent naman, parang walang kaano-ano, walang kalatoy-latoy, walang kabuhay-buhay yung ini-interview mo pero sinasabi niyang happy siya. Kayo, tatanungin ko kayo, i-consider nyo ba yon? Guys?
No, sir.
Diba? Professionally speaking, diba? Kung kayo yung interviewer, pag ganun kayo sagutin nung kausap nyo, mahihirapan kayong maniwala na interested sila, diba? So parang kung kayo naman, if ganun kayo talaga magsalita, parang may kasi hindi naman tayo lahat hindi naman tayo lahat has the meron kasi may mga sa speech, 'di ba? Na hindi nila kaya yung if ever you find yourself na hindi nyo kayang i-express through verbal yung happiness nyo, you can tell your interviewer na I apologize if I sound indifferent, but this is how I normally speak. I assure you that I am happy beyond compare that I've been given the opportunity to interview with you and your company today. Diba? So at least kahit na wala sa personality nyo yung maging overjoyous or over happy about or too enthusiastic about the opportunity to interview, at least alam nung interviewer na hindi hindi kayo disinterested or parang you're just doing it to pass the notions. Okay? So always whenever you're interviewing, always make sure that you have something to cover yourself with if they see a flaw in you. Okay? Okay. So, let's see. What are your thoughts about working in a team? Okay, anyone? What are your thoughts about working in a team? Okay. So we'll take a few more answers for this question, and then we'll discuss and we'll wrap things up. Okay. So I'll just guess for this question I'll just call a few names. So let's see. Roveline. Okay, good. Start.
Working in a team is fine for me. They said more brain is better than me. So working with team is it's fine. It's good for me.
See. Okay. Do you have any problems with clashing ideas with your teammates in the future, or is it fine for you if you clash ideas with them?
It's also because it's a big help for some projects. Brainstorming, brainstorming can help you to move forward toward faster.
Goal. Perfect. That's actually a good question. What I would expect from you. Okay. So, a healthy competition of answers or solutions within a team is good. So let's hear from Ella next. Ella, so what are your thoughts about working in a team?
Uh,
Ella, go.
I think, sir, it's good because you're you're exchanging ideas with each other as a team, and you still have a friend at your place at your place of work.
See, I see. If what would you do if a teammate of yours questions your ideas during one of your brainstorming sessions, and they seem like they're saying that your idea is bad? What would you do in that event if if a teammate of yours tells you that your idea is bad? Would you fight with your teammate, or how would you respond?
So yun yung mga kailangan mo kapag ka City, Valencia, Caloocan, Valenzuela. See?
Ella?
So you really have to consider. You're tired on every day.
Okay. Pang ka-problem yata yung connection ni Ella. Let's hear James. Okay, James, yung follow-up question ko na lang kay Ella yung sagutin mo. Okay? So, what would you do if a team member or a teammate of yours says that your idea is bad? How will you react?
Sir, I will going to respect his opinion um and provide another suggestions po, sir.
See, that's a good way. That's a good way to deal with internal conflict in a team environment. Um, I would recommend though that if someone calls out your idea, have them explain why they think your idea is bad, and pretty much you can discuss it properly. Okay, if you both lay out your cards in the table, mas maiintindihan natin yung reason why they disagree, right? So let's hear from Sean next. What are your thoughts about working in a team?
I think, sir, working with a team is a great idea for me since I do work with a lot of teams when I was still studying, and as an experience, we get to have a lot of great outcomes with working with a team. So I think that if I were be able to have a chance to get to work with a team in this company, then I think we could have a great time and provide better outcomes po.
See, during the time that you've been working with these organizations outside of the company, wherein teammates, you have your teammates there. Have you encountered any discord wherein you disagree upon certain ideas or doing something related to your organization's betterment?
Yes, sir. There's that kind of situation because we don't get to share the same level of knowledge as the others. So I think that kind of situation really happens in that kind of things, po, sir.
I see. If you come across someone from the company that does not agree or share your idea and asks you to or ask or without giving you any information or any feedback as to why they think your idea is wrong, okay, how would you react to that team member of yours?
For me, I would respect his opinion, sir, and I think for me it is good to get that kind of response because I myself don't consider myself as I know everything. And so if that person um what
Has a
you
better
yes has a
feedback
better
for you?
opinion for what I said, then I would consider it because it may be a better choice than to what I do what I share
What
to
you
the
share.
my team.
That's a good question. Or that's a good answer to the question. So you choose to keep the peace because there are some instances wherein you will encounter someone that's just looking for a fight. Okay, so as much as possible, guys, if you get hired in a BPO or a call center, since it's every day you'll be working with your teammates, kayo-kayo lang ang magkakasama. It's you guys against the performance of other teams. Okay? So it would be healthy, good and healthy for you guys to practice openly communicating with your team members. So as early as now, i-practice nyo na yung pagiging open to criticism and open to receiving feedback. Okay? Huwag tayong balat sibuyas na pag sinabihan kayo ng or may nag-call out sa atin about an idea that we have. Okay? Huwag tayong ma-offend. Okay? So, anything else to add, Sean?
Nothing po, sir. That's all po.
Okay, good, good. So, you have a good answer. So, Justin was raising his hand kanina. So, Justin, let's hear from you.
Sir, I think it's a very good idea to have a team because it improves your teamwork with your colleagues, and it creates more solutions for for the problem.
See, I see. Okay. If let's say that you guys or you and a teammate of yours share the same idea and this teammate of yours says that you copied his idea, how would you react? How would you respond to that? Would you be angry? Would you be offended that someone is saying that you copied their work?
For some instances, sir, I will be offended, but I um I think I can handle it very properly because ano working with a teammate is hard, but most people have the same idea because ah, alam.
No worries, no worries. Go. Carry on. No need to rush.
That's all na lang, sir, kasi nandito po ako.
Sige, sige. No worries, no worries. There are times na you will lose your train of thought during the interview. Mawawala, nasa dulo na ng dila nyo yung gusto nyo sabihin pero mawawala bigla. If ever you come across across the same situation while interviewing, stop, take a breath and relax. If you still can't, if you can remember what you were going to say, you can tell your interviewer, "I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Can we start over?" Ganon. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But your answer is good. The it would I think what you may have forgotten, what you wanted to put across while you were composing your answer was that you mentioned kasi na everyone may have the same idea at some point. So it's hard to say that someone copied your idea when people are sometimes, or when people can think of the same thing as another person, 'di ba? So it's not unless you put it in pen and paper and copyright it, you can't say that kinopya ng isang tao yung work mo, 'di ba? Unless you have it in full writing. So you can agree to disagree. The best thing to do sa mga ganong situation na may nag-call out sa'yo is to answer answer them that at some point everyone may have the same idea. I appreciate you bringing forward that we have the same thoughts, but I would disagree with your statement that I copied your answer or I copied your idea. Ganun yung that's one of the best ways to answer that kind of question, or how to diffuse a situation like that. Okay? So, yung mga questions na meron tayo dito, yung the ones that we discussed, the ones that we are not able to discuss, okay? Those are basically what can these are the most common ones that you may encounter when you get interviewed, okay? So always remember na you won't be asked all of these questions during the time of your interview. You may even be asked only one question when you're interviewing. Okay? Remember, guys, the point of an interview is for the person interviewing you to find out more about you and if you have the necessary skills na hinahanap nila to do the job. So, if by looking at your resume and asking you one question, they can do that, then they will definitely do that. Okay? So kaya nga important yung meron tayong well-made resume and we can answer the interview questions with enthusiasm, with full honesty, and to the best of our ability. Okay? So sincerity and being honest in answering the interview question will allow them to tell that you're really interested and that you value the position that you're applying for. Okay? So any other questions that you guys might want or might have or might want to ask?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So wala na tayong questions. So pretty much I would have wanted us to have more time to go through the interview questions. But if you guys find yourself looking for answers to these interview questions, or like something that will help you formulate your own answers to these interview questions, okay, balikan nyo lang yung session natin yesterday where we displayed the how you should answer options to these particular questions. Okay, I would recommend tailoring them to suit your personality. Okay, so mas madali kasi yung i-change mo yung mga answers na yon to be more personal para sa'yo. Okay. So other than that, pretty much the guys that have been uh, participating, I think you guys already have the necessary confidence and comfortability to apply for a job in a BPO industry. Those that still have doubts or may still have some uh, what we call pag-aalinlangan, okay? All you need to do or all that you need is more time, okay? More time to practice, more time to learn more, okay? So at this stage, I would like to thank you guys for participating in this session, for listening, and for sharing your thoughts, for being active in this session. Okay. So, guys, I do believe that you have my email address. So, if you have any questions, if you have anything that you might want me to look at with you, okay, please don't hesitate to send me an email. Okay, I would be happy to help you guys polish your resumes, give you tips on how to ace your interviews. Okay, things to remember. I have a few materials that I can share with you. Should you want to know more about the art of interviewing, how you guys can formulate or build better resumes, please don't hesitate to email me. Okay, I'm happy to help you guys out, and anything I can do to make it easier for you guys to get into a call center or a BPO, I would be more than happy to assist you guys in that. So that's all there is for me. Do you guys have, and are you sure you guys don't have any more questions?
None, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, guys. I'll be leaving. I'll be handing the floor over to Ma'am May. Ma'am May.
Yes, sir. Hello po.
Okay. So thank you. I believe I'm done with them. They're ready at this stage. So you may take the floor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing those ideas po.
You're
Thank you
welcome, ma'am.
po.
Thank you very much for your time, guys. Okay. Ma'am May has the floor, so she will be addressing you guys now.
Okay, guys. Wait lang po. Magka-class picture po muna tayo. Okay.
I think we're gonna wrap up our session for today. Do you have any question? Sir Jeff, are you there?
Hello. Naririnig.
Yes.
Naririnig po ba
Yes
ako?
po.
Guys, please respond if narinig natin si Ma'am May.
Okay, guys. Magka-class picture muna tayo. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Magka-class picture muna tayo, okay? Naririnig po ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Loud and clear. Okay, guys, turn on your cameras for your class
Hello
picture.
po. Naririnig po ba ako?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, please pa-open muna ng mga cam natin.
Hey, guys, ready for the picture? Okay, open your cams. Smile.
Hello, guys. Naririnig po ba ako?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, guys, if you can open your cameras so we can take a class picture.
Yung company na yun yung ina-idol, yun yung gusto
Mukhang may mga nagpapaganda pa, ma'am. Mga nagta-touch up muna yata. Okay, guys.
Hello po, hello.
Okay. Alright, guys. You ready na?
Hello guys, naririnig na po ba si ma'am?
Okay, guys, can you...
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
There you go.
Ayun, okay. So, ready na po ba?
Opo.
Okay, one, two, three, smile. Okay. Isa pa. Isa pa guys ha. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Hello, sir.
everyone. Yes,
Sir,
ma'am.
thank you po ulit, sir.
You're welcome, Ma'am May. So, guys, if you need any help at any point, just email me, okay? You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you, sir. Good day po.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Good day.
Goodbye, guys. Goodbye,
Bye,
sir.
Thank you,
guys.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Good day po.
Okay, bye, guys.